you instead of playing c13, you played e14. I suppose that you were thinking about your stone on e17. Maybe you were trying to coordinate these two parts. Am I right?
I was, yes.
Yeah, but with this move, actually, you have a very big weakness.
I was lucky he didn't he didn't cut me there, didn't I?
But yeah, do you know where to cut if you were black?
I think c13.
Yes, c13. So if white tries to play, yeah, it's very slow. d13.
Then I would play, I think, c11.
Yes, c11, and black and white just cannot block. Otherwise, it will be cut like this, and this group just get killed. Okay. So if black play c13, possibly the only possibility for you is to play d12, and black connects, and you just get out like this. So black, normally black would not attack here directly, but just maybe at some time when black gets stronger outside, then it's possible for black to attack. So remember, in this Joseki, you should have played c13 instead of d14, and otherwise you will leave yourself a very big weakness. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you Tenuki, that was good. And Vincent, this move was a little bit surprising for me, actually. I didn't expect him to attack this corner directly at that moment. But in the end, maybe you could have done much better than what you did in the game. So if you think about this corner again, or think about this border again, which part should be the biggest on the upper side of the board? Is the upper left corner or the upper side? Which part is bigger?
Upper side.
Yes, because in this corner you already have a lot of stones. You can see that after the Joseki, white has a lot of stones on the left side. So if you play like what you played in the game, almost all of your stones gathered on the same side, and you don't have a lot of territory actually here. You only made like 15 points here, especially here you played the connect move and let your opponent just get out. So basically you played like 10, 11 stones and you get 15 points. That's not very efficient, I would say. So if I were you, when black played the corner attack move, I would have played, I'm not sure, or maybe something like if I want to play more aggressively, I would have Hanet on the second line and try to make the stone not alive. Even if he would get out, then I can attack the stone. Or I would have just played e16, because for me the upper side is bigger. Even if black gets alive in the corner and white can get, maybe you can attack the upper right corner, or you just play k16. I think it's bigger than what you get in the game, right?
I understand.
Yeah, so I just think more about territory. I think in your game, I find this kind of mistake. Actually, you don't think a lot about territory. Maybe, I guess, you didn't know that this game you were leading, or maybe you were behind. Maybe you just didn't pay enough attention to territory. Okay. Yeah, Vincent played quite aggressively, and for you, I remember. Were it you? Did I remember? Did I remind you to pay attention to your stone's shape? Did I? Have I ever mentioned? Yes, I did. I guess so. Here also again, think about the shape. When your opponent played Hane at that time, what move should you have played and it was the best shape for white?
Well, obviously it wasn't the move as I played because you wouldn't be telling me.
With Hane, normally we play. Yeah?
Well, if I recall correctly, I extended the N5, and that felt okay.
Yeah,
but
N5.
I was thinking about, what did I actually play?
You played Atali actually. Well, actually with this Hane move, if you want to cut your opponent and have a fight, then it's possible to play Atali. But if you only want to, maybe strengthen yourself, then you just play Nobi because your opponent still needs to play this connect move and then you get Sente. But what you played in the game, I would call it helping moves. Actually, you played this Atali first and you played another Atali. And after all these moves, well, actually you just go back to play N5. So what you have played these two Atalis made your opponent stronger. So actually you shouldn't have played these two Atalis because for me it's just helping move and black doesn't really need to play another move in the center. You just kind of give the center to your opponent, I would say. Okay. I saw Nicholas. You're with us. Hi, Nicholas. Are you here?
Yes. I'm here.
Yeah, but I didn't see you in our KGS room.
Yeah, I'm just arriving at home and connecting.
Okay. So we will continue the game, and while we will be waiting for you. Okay. Yes, and here quite normal moves. Why KGS is always so slow? And also, I would call this move another helping move. Think about it. So, well, actually, what you should have played is you just continued to play Nobi, and at that time, Vincent would be a little bit worried because if Black played Tanuki, if Black not play something else, then there's this Hane move, which would be quite severe for Black. And it's possible that just all this black group got killed. So if you continues to play Nobi, it's possible that black still needs to protect the corner. And so I don't know if he will continue to play Nobi or he will just go back to the corner. Anyway, I feel like sometimes you play too many help moves, and after this. Yeah, let's move, and again, you play another help move. Yeah, you play another Hane, and after all these moves, Black's corner got so strong that there's no any weakness. So yeah, just think about it and next time. And this jump move was very good because at that time, I think you were behind by territory. So by this jump move, you actually, I would say, divided these two black groups. So you have a chance to kill maybe one of them, which you actually did have a chance, but you missed it later. I will show you. Okay. And you played jump again. And for Vincent, he's quite the opposite of you. I mentioned that you don't think a lot about territory, and Vincent was your opposite. He always think about territory, but sometimes he just ignore his own weakness. As for me, when white played this jump move, it's definite that black should have protected this group on the left side of the board, maybe by play this jump move or something else, but anyway, he should have just protect this very dangerous group. But in the game, Vincent chose to play another move which was very big in the sense of territory, but which left this group very dangerous for you to attack. So if I were you, I would just tanuki it and just start to attack this group. Why would I say so? Because this group doesn't have two eyes on the to just maybe he would have played b4 and you just played c3, so there's only one eye down there, so he needs to find another eye, and it's not very easy for black. You can obviously see it. I'm not saying that you could just kill this group directly, but there's a big chance that you will chasing this group. You will be chasing this group alone in the center, and after this, maybe you don't have to play. You don't have to worry about black to make a lot of territory in the center. So by attacking, either you make territory in the center, or you just kind of invade your opponent's territory in the center. So for you really need to think more about attacking. Like this move is a very bad shape. It's the empty triangle. I believe that I have already mentioned it. So yeah.
I thought it was in triangle, but I was just concerned that those 3 stones would disappear if I didn't defend one of the cuts.
But if you just...
I thought by playing that... By playing that move, I thought I stood a chance of getting out into the centre that way.
Yeah, but first, I need to mention that you don't really have to protect here, because your stones will not be cut and your group is alive. And secondly, later, if you want to play here, you should have played Hane. Definitely you should have played Hane. Yeah, there's no cut here. You know, if you could get your group out, then black doesn't have a chance to make a big territory here. But if you play this empty triangle move, then Vincent just get your whole group blocked, and later, for black he could have made bigger territory. Yeah, and you start to attack. That was right, but this move, think about it. If you want to, I suppose you want to kill this black group. I suppose so. If you want to kill a group,
I'm thinking about getting some territory.
Okay, but at that point, this group was already very dangerous. You could have think about killing this group, because I know this jump move has like 10 or more than 10 points. That's true. But if you just let this group live too easily, that on this board you don't have enough territory. So at that point you think more aggressively, and especially here, actually Vincent even responded as this Kosumi move. So it's the best time for you to attack this group, right? Because you already gain some points by this exchange, but you continue to protect the corner. So I have the feeling that you were not really thinking about attacking at that time. You were just letting your and even this move. After this move, you already get this corner protected. So why don't you just try to block this group? You know, that was really the best chance to play this jump move. Black only have half eye down, so it's very dangerous for black. But you just missed this chance. You play this block. It's an end game, but it's not end game time for this game. Yeah, and you let black to get this eye, and then it's very difficult to attack this group. So I would say you missed a very good chance. But anyway, the corner approach was also very big, so you try to get more territory. And here, black played I would say too gently. So I would show you the normal sequence here. Black should have just blocked, maybe I guess Vincent was kind of worried about this cut, I suppose. So what do you think? If Vincent block, will you just cut like this?
I don't think so, because I think that my white stones at the top are too vulnerable.
Yeah, you also have this cut, but pay attention. White could have played this Hane on Q18, and you get connected. So here, black has two problems. Either you protect the cut on the corner, and your N17 stone get killed, or black try to save the N17 stone, and the corner just get killed. So it's also very dangerous for black to have this find. So I will show you a very simple variation. If you play the block move and your opponent tries to cut you, you just play no B. And if he tries to cut you, you just play no B.
You just abandon the two stones and take everything down the side, yes.
Yeah, because compare this one stone on the third line and these two stones. Obviously, this one stone has much more territory. So for black, it's very easy to remember this variation, and white doesn't really get a lot of territory by capturing these two stones. So black should have blocked and try to protect the corner. So I will show you what should white have played if black have blocked. Well, white shouldn't play this. So there's a kind of Joseki here. I will show you first. Hane and black and white. Yeah, so it's quite a normal variation, and it was popular some time ago, but maybe at that point I think it's quite satisfying for white in this game, because you want to invade in black's territory, but at least it's better for black than the real game, because at least black just protected the corner. And in the game, what Vincent have played, leave the corner for you, and also you have your stone on the right side just settled. So here you played quite good. You play this corner invasion move, so you get almost all black's territory for white. So that was quite good. Except later you actually played I would say an unnecessary move. I will show you. So this utterly was also very good. So think about it again. Here, which group is more dangerous for white? Is the upper group or the lower group?
The lower group.
Yeah, of course, because your upper group is already alive. You have a lot of eye territory. So at this moment, you should have definitely played this block move. Because by playing this block move, your lower group is, I would say, already alive. And even this black's group on the upper right corner, he should think about maybe he would play something to connect this group. So your strategy was totally just successful. You get the corner and you get your weak group alive, and black doesn't actually get anything here. But in the game, what you have played, you play this connect move. So I was really surprised, because you don't have any problem here, and you're leaving your really dangerous group for your opponent. So if I were Vincent, I would attack your group directly. Maybe I would just jump in and get all your eyes. I think it's quite dangerous for white, because all your other groups are too far. Vincent could have either get all of your eyes, or maybe here black could try something like this to block this group. So it's quite dangerous. I'm sure that you can see about how dangerous it is. So yeah, that's S18 move was totally unnecessary. But Vincent, yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe he wasn't thinking about that group. Yeah. For me, it's like both of you just starting playing end games, and Vincent missed that c13 move. So I have the feeling that both of you just started to play end game. So that was quite early. So again, I will spend some time on the end game. I remember that every every game of you, I was really like, oh, what was Gerry doing at the end game? He could have won this game. So I was like really angry about your end game. So here, why you play another empty triangle? Why don't you just block this honey? Why you don't play archery? There's nothing black could have done here. You see?
I was just panicking about double cut again, really.
Yeah, he cut, and you just capture the stone, and there's nothing else in the corner. Yeah, and by this empty triangle move, you lose 2 points because black could have played Nobi, and that was still goated for you. So just one move, you lose like 2 points, and you just I would say you worry too much sometimes. You follow the opponent's move, and if you see a cut, you always think about protect yourself. But sometimes you could play more aggressively. So yeah, during these I think it's already 5 games. So I have the feeling that your play style was not very positive. You play quite negatively for me. So you wait your opponents to attack, and if maybe sometimes if he makes a very big mistake, then you can just grab this mistake and win the game. But sometimes you need to make chances, make opportunities for yourself. And here Vincent started to attack your group, and your group was quite dangerous. But fortunately, you find a way to make ice. Otherwise, if you try to get out, then it's very dangerous for you. Yeah, and this group just got alive here. Okay, so I will give both of you, for Nicholas and Gerry, to count the points, because at that point the game really goes to the end game because there's no weak group on the board. So the end game will decide who will win this game. So please count the points and tell me who's leading by how many points.
I think Vincent is ahead by about 8.
So even after the Comey, he's leading about 8 points, you mean?
Oh no.
So yes. on the board, he's ahead of 8 points, you mean?
Yes.
Okay, so it's almost an even game, you are saying.
Well, I think losing by 8 points is 8 points more than you need, so he's winning.
Yeah, almost even. And Nicholas, are you counting?
Yes.
Yes.
In fact, it's difficult. It's difficult because in the center it's not clear. It's really depending on the end.
But in the center, and I think you don't need to count for black because black has too many places that he needs to block. So I don't think black could make a lot of points in the center.
I think white is ahead.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, at least the Kuroko.
Yeah.
So 10 points maybe.
Yeah. I agree with Nicholas. I think white was leading at that time, was ahead. I counted the points. White has almost like 60 points on the board. I don't know if you count the same result as me. And black also has, yeah.
I don't count 60. I didn't think it was enough settled territory to go that high. I was thinking about settled territory.
If I remember right, if I don't, I will show you. Actually, you don't have. It's very easy for this game. It's not very. It's not a lot of territories. So 2 points, 2 points, 4, 5, 3, 5, 6, 7. Actually, it's half points, but I will just count it like 1, 8, 9. Yeah, it's very slow. 9, 10, 11, 12. Why KJ is so slow? So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, then here 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Oh, that's too slow. 23, 24, 25, 26. And here you have 1 point here because you could have captured the stone. So 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Maybe I remember it not right. 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. It was 50. Yeah, it's almost 50 points. I'm already showing you. Yeah, I think I remember it wrong. It's 50 points for white and 52, almost 52 or 53 for black. So black actually has like 2 or 3 points ahead on the board. But by counting the Comey, I think it was white's leading game at that point, but not ahead for a lot of points, like 4 or 5 points. So if we go back to the game, then I think it's just whose end game is better will just decide this game. And maybe for black, it's important to make some territory on the center, and also for white, I think it's very important for you to get center here, because if white could have played this move, then it's almost impossible for black to get very huge territory on the center, because black's group on the left side of the board is not yet alive. So yeah, it's just the end game. So in the end, I don't see how many points actually you lose. Do you remember how many points you lose?
I think 6.5.
Okay, not very much. So actually, you lose by end game. Let's see. So you can have this feeling actually. White, maybe, yeah, you get some points in the center at the end game because you captured 3 stones. You captured these 3 stones in the center. But the problem is you let your opponent get a lot of points on the upper side. Yeah, you just like let black get more than 15 points on the center. So it was the fight in the center actually decided this game. But in general, both of you played a quite good game. So for Vincent, in this game, I only saw a kind of problem or mistake, but this problem is quite big. So for Vincent actually has a very good feeling of territory. He thinks a lot about territory, but you really need to watch out about your own weaknesses. So if you fight too much for territory, then it's possible that your own group just get killed. And if a big group get killed, then there's no chance for you to win a game. And for Gerry, I remember that I already mentioned about the helping moves, and you need to play more aggressively because you need to play for win. You don't actually play for for a beautiful game. Of course, you play for a beautiful game, but the object for you to play is to play to win. So if you find out that you were already ahead, you were already maybe behind, then you need to play more aggressively. And also, yeah, just a small problem. Be careful about useless moves, like what you played S18. That was a useless move, and you could have make use of this move. But anyway, this game, I think it was your best game out of the all 5 games. Yeah.
Thank you, Yankee.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
For this game. About Joseki in the upper left corner.
Yes.
Right corner, I mean. Right corner. White play P17.
Wait a minute. P17. You mean which? You mean the Joseki that I showed you?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I suppose you mean.
Do you remember
this Joseki?
Yes.
I cannot hear you. Okay. I can you please repeat, because I have a lot of noises here.
Sorry. P17.
Yeah, P17, the white move, and yes,
the white move.
Yes, and instead of playing P17.
I believe a modern move is Q17.
Wait a minute. The Q. Yes. You're right. Here, actually, the P17 is not the only move to play. That was because Gerry played the P17 move, so I explained this Joseki. Of course, here you could have played Q17, and black has 2 possibilities. Yeah.
My question is it interesting in this game, or is it better P17?
Well, it depends, and sometimes it's even better to play R17. You know, sometimes if you just want to get a corner, you could have just played R17 and let your opponent choose. If he blocks here, then you just get a corner, you know. But in this game, it's not very satisfying for white, because black gets very huge territory on the right side. And again, if with Q17 it's possible to play the Q17 move. If you play Q17 move, also you give your opponent a choice. If you block here, I would have just connected, and if you play P17, then kind of it will go back to the variation I show you. Actually, in this Joseki, you don't have the best variation for a Joseki. Sometimes the Joseki just not sometimes. I need to say all the times. Joseki actually depends on the condition of this game. So in this game, I think it was okay for Gerry to play P17 because his objective was to saving the stone on R14. So if he gets Sente, then he has the chance to save the stone. So I would say P17 was okay. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So do you have other questions? If no, I will start the next game. Okay. Okay. So